Welcome to Popternative, where we dive into topical discussions from the worlds of pop culture, social media, and sports. Here is your host, Peter Remoliotis, aka PD Beats.
PD Beats here from Popternative, B2 Thailah and Jamie about X on the Beach couples premiering this week on MTV. Thank you both for your time. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for having us.
I mean, this is pretty crazy. I feel like there's a big process, Thailah, about this show kind of coming to be, like both you being on the show and the kind of first meetings and the official. Has it started to hit you that people are going to finally see the episodes? Like it's coming up this week.
It really is. It's like 24 hours or so now to go. And like when we came off of it originally, it's like, did that even happen? Like, was that a dream? Like, then we've just been bumbling along towards the airing date. And now it's like, wow, it's getting real. I feel like it's only going to hit me when I see the titles come up and then my face pops up like, hello. I'm gonna be, oh my god.
I know, and Jamie, you know this because from the music and the like events and everything, the marketing perspective, it's kind of all these like layers of promotion, right? Like the posters come out, the trailers, right? Like it's like every day there's something new almost, right, Jamie?
For sure. Do you know what? We come off the show, as Thailah said, and then nothing happened. And it's sort of like, it felt like a dream. It felt like a big dream because we were just here. And now all of a sudden, everything's clicking into gear. We've got interviews. There's trailers coming out. People are actually noticing what we're doing. And it's a whirlwind. It really is. It really is. But it's
like we're getting... Yeah, I was just about to say, I feel like we're getting teased just as much as the general public because it's just like, when's it going to happen?
Waiting patiently.
It's interesting too because I'll start with Thailah and then Jamie, I want your kind of thoughts on this question as well. But you know, you watch a lot of these shows that are kind of reality shows, dating competitions or everything, and you look at X on the Beach, and you know this is a show that a lot of people know from past seasons and everything. There is kind of this unique kind of component to it that's not just kind of I'm looking for love. In this case, like love is there. You're just trying to close other kind of loose ends and everything. So did you want to be on this a little bit, Thailah, because it was kind of a unique reality show as well compared to the other ones that are more traditional?
You know what, being completely honest, at first when I got the message, I thought, oh my God, X on the Beach. I don't know about that because I've seen it before. I know the chaos. But then as time went on and me and Jamie were talking about it, we were like, actually, it's kind of perfect for us because we're a bit different from other couples as we were in an open relationship before. And this was a perfect place to test everything and for us to get over our issues that we sort of built up in that time. And we were like, oh my God, how is X on the Beach the answer to our problems? So it actually worked out really well. And we couldn't have done it if it wasn't a couples one otherwise.
Well, Jamie, it's interesting if you can add to that because I love on the show too, in your episode, you know, you want to close things, you know what I mean? You want to kind of start you want to start, but you want to end that past relationship and everything as well. So you and Thailah can just have that future. I find that very interesting because you have kind of like a clear goal going on this show specifically.
I mean, for us, as Thailah said, we've been in an open relationship. And the only reason why is because we just both came out of a relationship, like within weeks of meeting each other. We didn't think it was going to get that serious. And then I love just grew for each other. And when we thought about it, we was like, there's no better place than to put our relationship to the test than X on the Beach couples. There's no better place. So we went in there. Really, I didn't think about it too tough. I didn't think about all the stress, but yeah, it's gonna unplay and you're gonna see what happens.
When did you start getting used to it being kind of filmed? Like it's your relationship and it's your discussions and everything, and especially in the episodes people see, they show all the couples, but then there's kind of close-ups where it's the couples, you know, talking and kind of game planning and everything. When are you starting to kind of realize how it's like, wow, like we're just talking to Jamie, but there's cameras everywhere and this is a lot different? Was it when you first officially started or was it a couple of days into shooting?
I mean, it was super invasive at first. We were like, oh my God, having to open up about everything. And me and Jamie actually previously, we kind of kept things a bit private because we work together and things like that. We want to be taken seriously. We're like, oh, off the grid. And then now all of a sudden we're there with cameras in our face and we were like, oh my God. But after a while, you really, really do forget they're there. And that is so dangerous because when you think they're not there and you're whispering and you've got a mic right there. So I don't know what we thought we was doing.
You're just staring. You're also staring all the time too. The boom operator, you're just, hey, Jamie, you're just staring sometimes, right?
That's it. The thing is, as Thailah said, you start whispering and then you look down at your mic and you think, why am I whispering? Everything you say is going out into the open. So there's no secrets. You can't hold back. I mean, me and Thailah, because we're DJs, we're used to having cameras in our faces. Yeah. But you normally react to the camera, and here you just sort of forget the camera's there by the end of it all. So it becomes your second nature, but it is quite strange at first.
What were other things that both of you, I'm just throwing this out there for both of you, we can kind of, but like, what were other things besides music? Music is the obvious one, both for profession and DJ. What were other kind of commonalities and interests that you think really worked with both of you, that besides just the music?
I'm still trying to work that out. No, joking. I'm joking.
Hey, music is powerful. The music, it could just be.
Music is the answer to your problem.
You know what? I feel like for us, like for me personally, I found that I was so much more hardworking around Jay, and I feel like in past relationships I kind of go, let's go chill and do Netflix, let's do this. As me and Jay, we just met each other and we were just grafting, we were pushing each other to be the best, and I never had that before. So that was one of the things that I thought was really amazing, and he's quite funny sometimes.
Oh, absolutely. Sometimes. Ooh, Jamie, you got to work on that then. Sometimes.
Well, one of us have to keep the humor in the relationship going, do you know what I mean?
Oh, stop it.
Jamie, were there any learning experiences on Ex on the Beach couples though, like from kind of just like a production? Because like you said, you're used to kind of cameras and everything for the DJ stuff, the music, but like I'm just that whole experience, not just kind of you like as a couple, but just kind of seeing, like we said, the cameras, because I'm interested in that, right? You show up, there's like cameras and everything, and you're on a show, and maybe down the road there might be other shows, but like what were like kind of learning experiences like on the set and seeing everything? I'm just curious about that.
Like, I mean, it's quite wild being, especially when you're upset or you're emotional or you're angry and you've got a big camera in your face. Sometimes you just want to turn around and be like, go away. Do you know what I mean? In the nicest possible way, but we've signed up for the show. We know what we signed up for. I think it's just like embracing it and just realizing it is what it is. And we're here to do this. And I think that it can be quite difficult to accept at certain points, but you just get used to it.
That's a very good question, though, Thailah. Do you actually know what you signed up for?
Oh, I don't know if I did, to be honest.
But was it kind of the same thing? Just kind of embracing everything? I mean, you're just kind of thrown in this situation. You just got to go, right? Because I feel like you don't really know what it's gonna look like and feel like until you actually get there and start filming the show, right? Did it feel kind of similar to what you thought it was gonna be, or was it completely different?
It was so surreal. Even from the moment that we walked in, I was like, is this for real? Like, it's so strange being there. And I think exactly what Jamie said. I feel like at first I resisted because I'm so used to being like the bubbly, fun, like happy-go-lucky person, not used to like breaking down that wall. So like it took me a while, but then that's the best way forward in that environment for you to push through things. So yeah.
Absolutely. Jay, do you want to add to that? Because I find it interesting.
I feel as well, there's normally, like, if I'm stressed out, I'll go for a walk and clear my head. But in that villa, there's nowhere to go. There's nowhere to escape and calm down or anything. So I think it's like controlling your emotions. So for me, the confession room was a place where I could just go and sit down, put my feet up and just basically open up. And I'm not really the type of person on a day-to-day that opens up, even to my friends. I normally just hold my stuff close, hold my cards close to my chest. Yep. I think like that was a really good experience to be able to talk about how I feel. And I think I've taken that into life now as well. Right.
Yeah, 100%. And Thailah, people really love these shows. They love these reality shows, these dating shows. They watch all of them. I feel like they all get released and everyone watches them. And Ex on the Beach Couples is premiering this week on MTV, which is crazy. Do you think about the fact that there really is like an appetite and popularity for these shows, or is that something you don't really think about? You just kind of sign on and do it. Like, I'm just curious about that.
No, I'm aware that that's going to happen. I feel like if I went into it and I didn't think about that, I'd be quite naive. So like, it's going to be strange when it actually happens, exactly like when I walked into that villa. Like, you can only think about it so much, but when it's actually happening and it airs tomorrow and we've got people giving us their point of view, because it was a lot even taking on everyone's point of view in the villa. So when that expands out to like everyone else, and it'll be strange if people like recognize me and go, oh my God, I might be getting some weird looks. So that'll be interesting.
And I think for me, obviously, when you're going on a show, you know what you're letting yourself in for, or you think you do anyway.
Yeah.
But when you're actually living in a villa, you forget about the TV show. You forget that people are going to watch it.
Yeah.
You forget it's going to be on MTV. It's just life. It's actually just real life. And that's one thing that I think is going to be very special about this show, is that it's just raw emotion. It's not staged. It's not fake. It's pure raw emotion. And Ex on the Beach Couples will be the best show for the reason that there's nothing like it. It's like segments of every show put into one. It's going to be different. Do you know what I mean? It's going to stand out from the crowd, and it will be a hit.
It's so funny. It's true. Like Jamie goes to Thailand. We got to figure out things about a relationship. Oh yeah, this is a show. People are seeing it.
Honestly, we went on there and we were like, let's just have a really good time, like enjoy each other's company, show our best selves. And then you get in there and the carnage hits and you just forget all of that and you're in that moment, shouting, screaming, whatever. You're like, oh, they asked us at the end, what did you plan to do when you come in here? And we were like, oh, I'll be really good and happy. And they just kind of laughed at us. Like, we
wanted to show our bubbly selves. We wanted to show our character, like, because we're quite bubbly. We like entertaining, and that's what we come on to do. But to be honest, we was like the most explosive couple on there, which we wasn't expecting.
No,
yeah,
I know it's so true. And I can't wait for people to see it. Ex on the Beach Couples on MTV. Thailah, Jamie, thank you so much for your time. It was really great chatting with you.
Thanks for having us.
Nice to be here.
I want to do very quickly the plug. So MTV, Ex on the Beach Couples, and I want you guys to plug your Instagram accounts if possible. Thailah, where can people follow you on Instagram to keep up to date with everything?
So mine's Thailah_T, spelt like Thailand. So it's a little bit fruity. THAILAH.
Amazing. And yours is like J Dragon or something. You're the dragon, right?
My surname's Dragon. That's my surname. I was born with it. So yeah, so it's J Dragon on LDN. So J Dragon LDN for London.
And all that info was going to be in the description of the YouTube video too, so they'll be able to check that out. This was so awesome. This has been Popturnative, youtube.com/Popturnative for previous episodes. Look out for Thailah and Jamie and Ex on the Beach Couples premiering this week on MTV. Until next time, this is Thailah and Jamie and PD Beats signing off.
Thank you for tuning in to Popturnative. Make sure to check out our past episodes of Popturnative on YouTube. Be sure to like Popturnative on Facebook and follow us on Twitter.
This has been an Autograph Communications production.